What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, okay, making his debut on the channel tonight, we have Chris Rea. Yes, indeed, how about that? Chris Rea making his debut on the channel. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi bob, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from JFK, and this is actually one of JFK's 3 prioritized requests for the month of March for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So, here you go, JFK. Hope you enjoy the show, man. JFK wanted to see me react to this. It is Chris Rea with a tune called Road to Hell.
5,
We're on express elevator to hell. Going down.
2, 1, mark.
Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Slav... what? Zalusniak, I guess. Sure, Slav Zalusniak. Yeah, we'll go with that. And the video has 628,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Chris Rea, Road to Hell, Beloy, I guess it's pronounced Beloy session. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Stood still on a highway, I saw a woman by the side of the road with a face that I knew like my own against my window, where she walked up to my quarter light and she bent down real slow. A fearful pressure paralyzed me in my shadow. She said, son, what are you doing here? My fear for you has turned me in my grave. I said, Mama, I've come to the valley of the rich, myself to sell. She said, son, this is the road to hell.
You can get down there, can't he?
across the wilderness, from the desert to the well. You have strayed upon the motorway to hell.
Was not expecting that. I was not expecting the drums to kick in with that tempo and that feel. Honestly, I wasn't expecting the drums to kick in at all. I thought we were just going to have, keyboards holding those pedal notes down while he was going to do the vocals and, strum on the guitar a little bit here and there. That's what I was kind of feeling. I was kind of feeling it was going to go there. And I was okay with that. I was going to be just fine with that. But I'm glad to see the whole band looks like it might be kicking in now, which is good. But what a direction shift. I don't know. I part of me kind of wishes he had just stayed on his own, but that's okay. We're gonna see. We're gonna see where this goes. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, throw off that delay. You don't need it. Fingers, no picks. Yep, all fingers.
Every poison you can think of, and I'm underneath the street light, but the light of joy I know scare beyond belief way down in the shadow, and the perverted fear of violence chokes a smile on every face. Common sense is ringing out the bell. This ain't no technological breakdown. Oh no, this is the road to hell. Credit, and there's nothing you can do. It's all just bits of paper flying away from you. Oh, look out, world, take a good look. What goes down here? Learn this lesson fast, learn it well. This ain't no upwardly mobile freeway. Oh no, this is the road. This is the road. This is the road to hell.
We're almost over. Okay, just let it go. That feels like it's wrapping up. Celebrando. Yeah. Yep. Good stuff. Some really good things happening in there. How's this going to translate to score? Yeah, you gotta think about that. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Chris Rea with Road to Hell. This was a request from JFK, and this was actually one of JFK's 3 prioritized requests for the month of March for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, JFK. Hope you enjoyed the show, man. Okay, I am doing this in every single video for the entire month of March because I want to make sure as many people hear the explanation as possible, okay? So if you've heard it before, feel free to fast forward. We are going back to the old scoring system. You guys spoke and I listened, and the majority definitely ruled here. Over 60% of the fan base wanted me to go back. So we're going back. No problem. I have absolutely zero problem with that whatsoever. During the live stream, I was listening to you guys, and the biggest concern that everybody seemed to have with the 5-star system was we were going to have a lot of repetition. We were going to have a lot of 4-star ratings. And believe me, I hear you. I do, and I absolutely understand that. But I also want you to think about this. It was already happening. It was already happening in the old scoring system. Think about this. Majority of the scores that were given out, I would say probably about 2/3 of the scores that were handed out were between the range of 7.4 to 8.6, okay? That's 13 different scores. I know people are going, well, that's 13 different scores. That's way different than just 1 out of 5. Yeah, 1 out of 5 versus 13 out of 100. There was still repetition happening, a very small gap. I was not utilizing the full spectrum of scores the way I really should have been. So I warned everybody when I was doing the live stream, I told everybody, look, if we go back to the old scoring system, that is totally fine with me. I have no problem with that. But if we do go back to the old scoring system, in order to avoid all the repetitive scoring and, not just having, utilizing only 13% of the scores for 2/3 of the scores that are handed out, I'm gonna have to get a lot tougher. I'm gonna have to get a lot harder. I'm gonna have to make it a lot more difficult to get those 7s, 8s, and 9s and really focus on making 5s the middle ground. 5 is the average score, and that's how it really should have been, and unfortunately I kind of lost sight of that. But everybody seemed to understand it. Everybody was like, no problem, we get it. And that's a good thing. We're actually glad you're going to get a little tougher because it will create more diversity in the scoring. So we are going back to the old scoring system, but I'm going to be a lot tougher now. So if your favorite song gets a 5 now, it's okay. It's okay. It's middle of the road. It's not down in the low scores. It's not down in the negatives. It's middle ground. So you got nothing to worry about. That's number 1. Number 2. One of the main reasons I wanted to change to a new scoring system was to simplify things and not be so complicated with the scoring, because a simpler scoring system might attract more people. What it really would do, hopefully, is eliminate a lot of the complaints of, that score is too low, because they don't understand. They don't understand that a 7.2 is not a bad score. It's actually a really good score. So it was suggested by a number of people that I hand out multiple explanations for the scores that I give. And I heard you, I did, and I'm gonna implement that. So there are now 4 different scores that every single song is gonna get. They're gonna get a numeric score, they're gonna get a star rating, they're gonna get a letter grade, and then they're also going to get a scale rating. So there's going to be 4 different ways that people can interpret the scores. Now, if people coming in to the channel for the first time and they hear these four different options to choose from that all mean the same thing, and they still don't get it, then I'm sorry. I can't help you. You may want to go looking for another channel. I'm just making that suggestion. This is probably not the channel for you. So, having said all of that, let's get to the score here. Now, I know it's 0.0 to 9.9. I know it is, but look, I'm sorry, 1 to 10 rolls off the tongue a lot better than 0.0 to 9.9. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 6.1. Yep, 6.1. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, a 6.1. What does that mean? A 6.1 would be pretty good. It'd be pretty good. I don't have a problem with it. It's better than okay. It's a pretty good song. Okay, it would equivalent out to a 3-star rating, a strong 3-star rating. It would equivalent out to a, what would that be? A B minus. That would be a B minus according to a letter grade scale. So you have a B minus, you have a pretty good, you have a 3-star rating, and you have a 6.1. Okay, now if you cannot take one of those, I don't care which one, if you cannot take one of those and internalize it and make yourself realize, oh, that's not a bad score at all, then I'm sorry. Like I said, I can't help you. You may want to go elsewhere. All right. Now, how did we get to the 6.1? Well, there really wasn't a whole lot to think about, and there really is not a whole lot to talk about. First of all, I want to give a big shout out to that backing band. Really nice job. In particular, the drummer and the bass player locked in tight. Now, the drummer and the bass player, were they doing anything terribly impressive? Other than the fact that they were holding a rock solid tempo and feel the entire song all the way through. No, they really didn't do anything all that impressive. But they did that, and they did that well. The bass player was not playing anything impressive as far as fingering goes, but it was rock solid 8th notes the entire time. Not easy to do for, well, he only played for about 5 minutes, but still 5 minutes of solid non-stop 8th notes. Gotta give kudos, man. The keyboard player did a nice job with those pedal notes, switching up when he needed to, really keeping an eye and an ear open, listening to Chris as far as when to change notes. When Chris is freestyling like that, I mean, he wasn't really following, there was no tempo, it was just completely free form. You really have to pay attention and listen to where the guitar is going and where his vocals are going so you can anticipate and know when to change pedal notes. So, good job on his part. Once the song kicked in, it kicked in a direction I was not expecting it to go. I'll be honest with you. The guitar playing and the vocals from Chris was really good. I was really kind of digging what he was doing on his own. When they did switch up and go to the upbeat feel, it was good. Don't get me wrong. It was good. I'm kind of glad we did change the direction, but I'm going to be honest with you folks on a personal level. I kind of wish he had stayed down. I kind of wish he had stayed solo. I kind of wish that he had gone on because, man, it was nice. That first like 2.5 minutes, it was good. I was kind of vibing to it. His vocal delivery, very cool. He has a vocal style where he kind of lays back on the delivery of the meter until the last beat. And then somehow on the very last beat, he comes right on the beat. And then on the next phrase, he lays back and it drags 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 on the beat. That was pretty cool. I had to kind of chuckle to myself when I heard that. I was like, when I caught on to that, I was like, that's really unique. And he's doing it very well. He's always ending every phase right on the downbeat. So I cannot complain. Definitely a bluesy type of feel to the vocal delivery. His range, really nice. I like that lower range, very fitting for this style of song. I was trying to imagine, what if he went up? What if he went up an octave? Or forget an octave. What if he went up a fifth? Just a fifth. Would it still sound good? I think it would sound good, but not as effective as it was down that lower register. So nice notational selection. His guitar playing really nice with the fingering of the guitar, utilizing that slide through pretty much the entire song. Not easy to do, but he did a really nice job with it. Knowing his effects, when to turn them on, when to turn them off. You couldn't help but notice that one part where the delay was still going, and he noticed it was sounding a little and he quickly went over and turned off the delay. Smart move. Very, very smart move. Now look, I think it was a pretty good job overall. Was the song entertaining? To some extent, yeah. It was kind of the song was sort of entertaining. Well, I said the song is impressive. I wouldn't say the song is impressive. I would say the musicianship to some extent was impressive, but the songwriting, no, not impressive at all. But it was still very well done, very well executed, and that's how we're coming up with a pretty good score of a 6.1. Remember, a 6.1 is a pretty good score. It equals out to a 3-star rating, and it equals out to a B-, a low B-, but a B- nonetheless. So, in closing, 6.1. It was 6.1 equals a B-, which equals a 3-star rating, which equals a pretty good song. Take your pick. I don't care. Final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hopefully you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.